Cowboys getting ready for the Jaguars, who are 1-8. They have a bye the following week, and we were talking about that while we were listening to Tony Romo. He didn't look comfortable.
No.
He talked about his back being sore.
He said he was
stiff.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. What limitations, when you have this type of back injury, what limitations will we see with this offense if Romo's on the field and he gets to start?
Well, the first concern, no different than it was opening day for them when he had the back problems. He couldn't throw the ball vertically down the football field. And so if you're Jaguars, you're saying, you know what? Okay, we're going to squat on routes early in the game because if he plays, we're going to make sure that he doesn't have an opportunity to throw anything short.
So the threat of Bryant down the field suddenly is minimized.
I mean, you're going to see because, you know, that takes a lot of torque to throw that ball down the field. And he said it. And we watched it early in the season. His arm strength wasn't up to par right away. It took him a couple games to get into it. This is why the Cowboys came out early in the season running the football.
After the loss to the 49ers.
Yes. They went out, they said, we got to run the ball because Tony Romo right now doesn't have the arm strength to get it down the field. Let's protect our quarterback. Let's run the football through DeMarco Murray. That is kind of how they built what they've done thus far. And at times they get away from it. Yeah. We said that the last 2 weeks they've gotten away from it.
I'm a huge body language guy. I've always been that way, even when I played. If I hit you a couple of times, as I get up off the pile, I want to look at your face to see, you know, did that hurt? I mean, how are you feeling? I'm watching his body language. I'm watching the way that he's moved. And if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you hope he's just playing possum or coy. But him leaning over, the ginger walk, that tells me of a guy that will not be close to 100% on game day. That tells me a guy that when we make him move, he won't be able to. And here's a tough thing for a guy who's used to moving and avoiding stuff. How do you take that out of your natural instincts? So when you get in the game and you have to make that sudden move and you tweak that thing again, now what? Now Wheaton's back on the football field. So in my humble opinion, like we just talked about, you're getting a bye week the following week, all right? So that's 3 weeks of rest he could possibly get. Go in there, run the football, Wheaton, take care of the football, defense, see if you can get some turnovers from the rookie because he is prone to throwing turnovers, and come on back home. Come on back home, rest guys up, and have him ready for that stretch that we just talked about with all those division games.
Giants,
yes,
Eagles.
exactly. And you know, and that's what you're juggling right now. I mean, as a coaching staff, obviously Jerry's got his input as well, but are we not capable of beating the Jacksonville Jaguars, a team that's 1-8? There's a reason they're 1-8. They played all those games to get 1-8. And you have to look at yourself and say, we're the Dallas Cowboys now. We got a pretty good football team here. And we feel right now that Tony Romo needs to play this game.